your boy Sambay, and this is episode 12 of Sambay Honors. Now, before we get into anything, as usual, let's give glory and honor to whom it is due. Let's give glory and honor to God for the grace to be alive, for the grace to see this new day. Without Him, there's no me. Without Him, there's no you. So, I won't be making this video, you won't be watching this video. So, let's give glory and honor to God first. Now, going into episode 12, man, this next person I want to honor, he honestly ought to have been, in the earlier stages of this video. I ought to have done it, put him there, but because I wanted him to be amongst this certain group that I went at this point, so I didn't want to put him amongst other people. But you understand what I mean in a few. Man, this person, man, I've known him since, let's say, 2009, 2010, and it wasn't until last year that I actually met him. I felt this strong urgency in me to go to the UK again. I did not want to release this series without certain people being there if I could help it. There's a difference with me reaching out to somebody and they backed out. That means, okay, at least I did my part. But, if I can help it, there's certain people I felt they had to have been there. And if they can come through, I'm happy for that. He came through for sure. Like I said, I met him since 2009, 2010, or something like that. And, like I said, I have felt this urgency to go out there. So I went to UK again, December 2019. Remember I went, when I did episode 3. Yeah, when I did episode 3 with those two guys, I went there. But, that was, I went for a program, so I just used the opportunity. But this time I actually had to use my own money. I used my own money to go out there to make sure this comes to pass. And I thank God I was able to do that. Now, every time, from back in the days, man, we used to always talk. And we used to be so close. It wasn't only me, though. It was with my brothers. It was with my sister. We all knew him. He took us, despite the age difference, despite the experience difference, always used to reach out to me. We used to talk, video chat, etc. It was just always love from back then, especially to now. Even when we first met, I keep telling y'all, like, we did not meet. Imagine all these years, we never met, man. Even when I've been out there for the first time, I didn't get to see him. When I did the second time, I didn't get to see him. And so this time, I purposely went for him. And the crazy part was, there's a group of people that I went out there for, 4 individuals to be exact, but I was only able to see 3, so when he had came around to see me at the hotel, unfortunately I was not around. I had went to go and quickly surprise my brother out there, Brother Mole, at his show. And I'm in a whole different country, so I don't have no service. I couldn't receive any of his calls. I had no Wi-Fi to hook up to, whatever. So when I had got back to the hotel, I saw all his calls coming in. He sent me a video that, Sam, I'm here, but I have a show. He had a show that day, and he had left actually by the time I got back to the hotel. Called him back like, please, I'm sorry, please come back. So. Need you to come back. I'm gone. But because of me, came back. We was able to sit down and talk and see for the first time. You will see it in the video that we were unable to really get into depth about a lot of things. He was rushing, his stories and everything because he had a show to go to. But I'm glad he honored me, and I'm glad I was able to achieve the purpose that I came there to achieve with him. One thing I admire a lot about him is how versatile he is. I know him as a Fuji talking drummer, but there's this album I had heard in, I want to say 2011, 2012, by the guy's name was I'll Call Me. I don't know the name of the album. The artist's name is I'll Call Me. And there's this beat he played in that album. That was done in the UK, and he played the talker drum on it, and it was a gospel album. So I was just surprised, like, wow, he played that album too. I even forgot to mention that in the interview. But the guy is just, and he's just so humble. He's always fun to be around. Like, he's always in a good mood. He's always happy. He's always making jokes, and I love that about people. You know, despite, like I said earlier, despite our age difference, despite our experience difference, you know, he was open. Took us in. You know, he took me in. You know, talked to me, would advise me. You know, it was just always love, and I always appreciated that about him. One artist that he did play with that I knew him for and that you will see in the video was Adewale Ayuba. Adewale Ayuba. And, you know, it's been a long road for all of them. For everybody, it's been a long road. Everybody has their story. But without further ado, let me introduce to you Mr. Saheed. Me, y'all, Saheed Dare Oladimeji, aka Sido.
Come and dance, bounce away. Come and dance, bounce away. Monty so I will see bounce away. Fire the light. I will see bounce away. Fire the light. Oh, I speak. Bounce away. Now, that is it. Oh. Mr. Johnson, why do you
orí mi máa kọrin. Orí mi máa kọrin rere jẹ́ ń tàlàgbà ìrà jẹ́jẹ́. Tom, orí mi máa kọrin rere.
Saheed. all these years, I haven't met you since. This is the first time.
Yeah, thank God.
Thank God. So what I want you to do, why I came all the way over here, is because I want you to explain your beginning to how you got to where you are right now. So you can start from your name, your full name, where you're born, and we'll move from there. Yes.
So good. So Sam.
Yes, sir.
Nice to meet you anyway.
It's
I'm still Saheed Dare Oladimeji. I was born in Latin, Nigeria, late 70s. So, about the drums.
Yes.
So we are born to the family.
Okay.
So when you are born to the family as a male child, there's nothing you can do than to start to play drums. So from age 3 months, I meant 3 months, so you need to start.
3 months?
Yes, so you have to start to, they will get your small talking drum for you so that you can rolling around. So as at age of 1, 2, you will need to follow your parents, your father and your daddy to some gigs events. So from then, so at 6 years old, so I Brasule, so I name him. So it's my elder brother, and it's more like a boss to me. So I started playing chord for him. So he has been playing talking drum then, so I was playing chord.
Okay.
So I was playing chord. He was playing for one Fuji artist in our town then. So after primary school, secondary school, I relocated to Lagos. So I played with some Fuji artists, many Fuji artists then. So in 1998, I was introduced to Adewale Ayuba then, that he just came back from America then, that he's trying to gather some boys then. So I went to the audition and I was lucky to be chosen. I was blessed to be chosen anyway. So we started the band. So I spent like 5 years with him. So after him, I got admission to Ibadan Poly to do business admin then. So after school, I joined K1 band. So
really,
there was a time when Brazilian drummer then was, I think maybe there was little argument between Alhaji K1 and Brazilian, so they was suspended then. So Alhaji was trying to get another guys to replace him. So I was called to the band. So I joined the band. So when I spent like 3, 4, 5 days with them, so I just stopped. So I moved on with my life. So in 2005, I moved to London. So ever since then, God has been good to me.
Which album did you play with Ayuba?
We started with Acceleration, Tommy Horn. So
you played on them there?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Acceleration, Tommy Horn. Like 5 albums anyway.
Wow. What was the last one?
My last one was, we did it here in UK. So when we came to UK in 2002, we did the album here. Anyway.
You don't know the title?
I don't know the title.
Oh my God. So when you're coming up now, how is it that is in the blood, or is there any special things you have to do to learn how to play, or how does it happen? How does it come about? How do you get inspiration? How does all this thing happen?
Actually, as you can see now, you can see F-Epic with me. So I used to play music like Ebenezer Obey, King Waswande, King Sonny Ade, in order to learn more from their talking drummers.
Okay.
So because when I was young, Abba Simone, Alaji Rasaki, who played for Sonny Ade and Brasule, they are all my mentor then, because I love them so much. So even though it is in blood, so I still need to listen to them, to try to practice, to do more. So that's it.
What about Raji? Is that your family?
Samson, yes, it's my good brother.
Oh my God. When you came to UK, it was Ayuba you left.
Yeah.
What year was that? 2002, right?
Yes, we came in 2002. So when we got home in 2003, so I have to drop from that band in order to gain more education. So because I have to further, so I have to stop. So after that, so I joined K1 band.
But that was just like for the live play. You didn't play any album yet?
No.
Okay. So for those that want to come up, those young kids that want to come up, what advice could you give them to follow that they should do?
Yeah. This thing is everything in this life is about interest. If you have interest in what you are going to do, you will put more effort in order to rehearse. To rehearse, to choose whoever you want to choose as your mentor. So from there, you are going to be good.
Okay. There's some pictures I used to see back in the day. You play trumpet. I saw a video of you playing drums. How many instruments can you play? Really?
Actually, when I was young, I started with chord.
Okay.
The small omele chord. So after that omele chord, there's one drum we call gudu gudu. Okay. So if you know how to play gudu gudu, automatically you will know how to play snare.
Okay.
So from there, when I got to Lagos, there was a day we were doing what's it called? Ele Busola Orchestra album. Imole was the drummer. I was the talking.
Which Imole?
This same
Imole Nabi.
Yeah. So I like him so much. So I was just looking at him. If this guy can do this now, me too, I can do it. So I just started trying to practice. But now, I think 70%, 75% I can.
Okay. Which Busola album was that?
Ele.
The Ele album.
Yeah.
The same Ele album. So which albums that people will know? Can you say you played them?
Yeah. In 2003, when I stopped playing for Adewale Ayuba, so I was introduced to studio session.
Okay.
So I started playing with Pasuma.
Okay.
Atawewe, Malaika.
Is this album?
Yeah.
Do you know the album of Pasuma?
Yeah, Joker. Like
Joker, wow, okay.
Three or four albums. So, and Malaika, Recompense, and some other artists like that. So, that's it.
So you play the lead there?
Yeah.
I know you have to go. So, the reason why I came all the way down here to see you, I just want you to explain your life. I know you guys, in this music, you suffer a lot. I know there's a lot of stories you can't tell or you didn't tell, but you guys suffer a lot, and I know. And it's because of you, what you've laid behind, that we too are able to follow.
Yeah.
It's always the lead singers. It's not their fault, but it's always the lead singers that get the credit.
Yeah.
We that are behind, don't.
Yeah.
They don't give us anything. That's just the way life is. But I want to myself, I look like, what can I do? How can we celebrate each other or show appreciation for your hard work, for everything? So I just have this small something for you. The Lifetime Achievement Award to you, Mayor Dare Oladimeji, for your contribution, your impact, and influence to Nigerian music and talking drummers worldwide. For me,
nice.
Thank
you so much.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So on behalf of myself, me and Kaya and my family, so I say very big thanks to you.
Yes, sir.
So I know you are going to do more, and I appreciate what you are doing.
Yes, sir.
Because, like you said, that it's the singers that got the credit.
Yes.
That is because this is the company.
Yes.
So if anything happens in Dangote's stuff in company, so Dangote is going to responsible for whatever happens. So that is just it. Yes. Whatever happens in Adewale Iba band, whatever happens with K1 band, they are going to say it was when this and Adewale Iba is that. So that is just it.
Yes.
So we appreciate you, and we look forward to have more time to do better.
Yes.
So thanks so much.
Life is so funny, man. Life is so funny. Remember when I was telling the story about how, I told him, like, I saw you holding the trumpet. I also saw different pictures of him holding guitar. I'm looking like, you can't really play that joint. I used to type that. And like, you really can't play it. You can't play that joint. And with Nigerian culture, that it may come off as like disrespectful, but he never looked at it like that. We were so close to the point that I don't know. I don't even know what made me talk like that. Like, I don't know, but that's just how open we were to each other. That's how open I was to him. How free I was, and how free he allowed me to be. I always respected that about him. Thinking about it now, I'm just like, wow, I can't believe I did that. But that's just the love. That's just the love it is, and thank God for that. It's truly amazing how life is. It's truly amazing. The way God works is so amazing. If you paid attention to the interview, he mentioned 3 of his mentors. 1, he said, was Baba Simoni that played for Obey. 2, Baba Rasaki that played for Sunny Ade, King Sunny Ade. And 3, he said, was Uncle Sule. 2 of those 3 are in London with him. And Uncle Saheed is not a young person. So imagine how much those Babas have worked for him to look at them, these are my mentors. To him to be listening, these are my mentors. Man. Life is great. Life. See that spirit? And he always says it like, these are my mentors, so I look up to them. He didn't hide it, no, as if he's this or as if he's that or he's better, bigger than anybody. No. Saheed. It's my G, man. Check out some more videos.
Come on, use the money, oh no! Come on, use the money, I can't patronize, so I will say, don't let the first ever come my ship promotion. So let me be here, I can't know that I'm show. Hey, I'm not sure she did the fellow. Ibùgbé ọ̀rọ̀ ṣọlá ń lọ múlẹ̀ lábàgàmì àlàáfíà ẹ̀rín lọ́wọ́. Gbogbo ẹ̀yin pásítọ̀ Gédé, gbogbo ìfẹ́ ń gbàdúrà fún omiṣu. Ẹ̀yin ọmọ ọjọ́ lábàgà ńlá mi ó pọ̀ Brighton. Tẹ́ ò fi dúpẹ́ sílẹ̀ ní nígbà kọ̀ọ̀kan òmìnira àbáńká aláàbẹ̀ ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ ládùúgbò bọ́lọ́. Àwọn tèmi ní ìlú London. Ọmọ àṣẹ náà máa fún wa múlẹ̀ láàbàkà aláàbẹ̀ sáfẹ́dẹ́dọ́. Ọmọ ìsinmi.
Omi ìjẹta kújẹ kò kó máa jẹ́ jẹ́ ní alẹ́ màgọ̀ ló bá kówó sá kó.
Ṣé ìsinmi? Ṣé ìsinmi? Ṣòro tí mímí o, ṣé ìsinmi? Àwọn tèmi nínú London tọ́tọ́ máa rí wa lójoojúmọ́. Ọmọ ṣe orin máa sọ̀rọ̀. máa sọ̀rọ̀ ìyá àkàtà. Ẹyin tí wà nínú lọ́dọ̀ mọ̀ ṣe o. Ẹyin tí wà nínú lọ́dọ̀ ìyá àdúgbò. Àti ìwé sẹ́wọ̀ ìyá àkàtà. Èmi lọ́nà bí ọ̀rọ̀ rẹ̀ tó tọ́ sí mọ́mọ́ ló. Èmi lọ́nà bí ẹgbẹ́. Èmi lọ́nà bí ọmọ. Èmi lọ́nà bí ọmọ rẹ̀ tó tọ́ sí pálọ́gbọ́n ní owó. Ọmọ sí àkọ́gbọ́. Ṣé bá láyé lára tí ó? Ẹ láti ìlú àríyá. Láti ìtúndé ní ìrànlẹ́. Láti ìtúndé ní ìlànà. Àwọn ilé ìwọ̀n ti pẹ́ náà mẹ́ta. Ó bá náwó ẹ̀ bàbá wí. Bàbá ẹ̀ ló fi ìjọ. Ìjọba tó kù ló máa ń sọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀ bàbá jà. Bàbá ẹ̀ ló fi ìjọ. Àbí ìwà pẹ̀lẹ́. Kí o ní ìjọba o. Ìjọba o. Ìjọba ẹ̀ lẹ́sìn o. Àbí ìwà pẹ̀lẹ́. Kí o ní ọdẹ tún ní. Bàbá ẹ̀ ló fi ìjọ.
that's it. That's Uncle Saheed for you, man. See the way he's dancing, see the way he's doing. That's him. Free spirit, humble, fun person. That's always been him as long as I've known him. That's it. That's the end of episode 12. Hope you've enjoyed it. Hope you're able to pick up one or two things. Saheed, it was nice meeting you for the first time. It was nice seeing you for the first time. It's all love. It's always been love. And it's always going to be love by the special grace of God. Thank you all for watching. That's the end of episode 12 of Sambay Honors. Watch out for episode 13. Who's it going to be? I know. But you got to watch and find out. God bless.